Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, September 24th, 2024. We're at Forex Smart Trade. We teach people how to successfully and profitably currency trade using our simple but highly accurate and predictive indicators. And this session is intended to show you how accurate our indicators are, and give you a sense of instruction on how to trade. I am with you from Boston this morning. This afternoon, I will be heading off to Europe for some business. So on this afternoon's trade setup, I may not do a video. I might just take a look at the phone and see what it's showing me, and then tell you what the trade is. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. First, we need to listen to the disclaimer. So let's do that, and then we'll get into it. Now, we teach with a multiple of methods. The most powerful and most effective is the personalized one-on-one training. That's the best way to get to know anything, in my opinion, where someone who knows what they're doing is working with you. They can figure out what you know and what you don't know and communicate what you need to know to get you to where you want to be. I do 3 live trades a week. We did one yesterday afternoon, and then on Tuesday and Thursday morning. On Wednesday afternoon, I have office hours. So if you have a specific question on trading or just the program, you can get a hold of me. But when you become a member, we do a live trade every day at 10 a.m. We do another live trade every day at 6 p.m. where a person like me comes online. They know what they're doing, and they walk through their trading strategy. And by watching them walk through their trading strategy, you learn it, get to see it, that it works, and have confidence in it. We've got a dozen different trade strategies. The one I'll be using this morning is called the 10-point trade. And we will customize a trade strategy to you, excuse me, as we train you based on your availability to trade and your kind of risk preferences. But you'll see we have a bunch of different group training sessions or instruction sessions, and it's that constant coaching that will help you become a successful trader and keeps you sharp and keeps you on top of your game. Anybody who's good at anything has a coach, and that coach is constantly working with them to continue to sharpen what it is they do. I like to work off of a little checklist. that helps keeps me focused. Every day I like to refresh my green charts, and actually when I am working off the laptop, which I am now, I restart my computer every day because I find it gets glitchy if I leave it on. My laptop, not so much, or not my desktop, not so much. For every 3 or 4 days, I reboot it, but the excuse me, the desktop every 3 or 4 days. The laptop, every day I need to restart it because I find it doesn't quite work as sharp as I'd like it. I like to review, and one of the key things I think that's very important is reviewing the trades of yesterday. Last night we took 2 trades on the what were the 2 trades? I don't even remember. They're not showing up because actually they closed before the hour, which was very unusual. And we took a 12 pip trade on the USD JPY, and then we took another, I think, was it 18 pip trade on Euro New Zealand dollar. Both of those closed before we got to 5 o'clock, so that was good. The overnight trade was open this morning when I got up, and my instructions on those overnight trades, if it's open in the morning, you need to reevaluate. And in my reevaluation, if we take a look, I removed the stop loss. And then replaced it with a buy stop. So if it kept going in the other direction, we would start to, it would lock in the loss, and we might be able to make some money going up. So I look at what the chart is showing us, and in the morning, this was overbought and still going up. These were all going up. This might have become flat. So as I said, I changed the stop loss to a pending a buy stop. But now we've got a down signal. The steepness is on this isn't great, so we're not going to take a new trade on it this morning. But by the end of the day, I think we'll be able to pick up that trade. And you can see on the day chart, it's gone flat. It was going up last hour, so I think we'll be okay with that. But you see, I did adjust it, and we're only 17 pips out of the money. I think before we were almost 30 pips out of the money, so we've cut back on half the loss. So we'll just leave this as it is. But the review of yesterday, so the signal was good, actually. Let's just take one more look at it. The signal was good. It did go in the direction we anticipated, and we were just shy of hitting the take profit. Now, that trade is the last trade of my day. I'm not looking at the indicators anymore. Had I been looking at the indicators when we get to this point on this candle, when it was like 8 pips in the money, I may have moved my stop loss up to my entry point, so that way when it backtracked or pulled back, it would have just stopped us out here. Or had I looked and I saw this the signal change, I may have even added a pending buy stop on top of the stop loss changing the stop loss to the entry. But so the signal was right last night. We were just off a little bit on the take profit. Uh, so this kind of review I find very helpful, and especially given that we can go back and specifically look at what we were looking at the time we took the trade. That's helpful. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at predicting the movement of the currency pair. But news does impact currency prices, and we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And I found the best place to find that news is forexfactory.com. It's not the only place, but there are other places that provide the news. But I like this one, and let's just do it this way. So it breaks it down into three categories. Yellow is low impact. I ignore those. Orange is medium impact. I ignore those, but some people do trade around them. And red is high impact. This morning at 10 a.m., consumer confidence numbers. And at 1, the Bank of Canada's Fed chairman will be speaking. 9:30 tonight, they'll be announcing consumer price index on the Australian dollar. Any trades we take this morning will be done well before this time. On the USD, usually I don't like to trade within a 2-hour window, so that puts us at 8. So if I have a trade that I think will close in the next hour, maybe we'll take it on the USD. So with that, let's kind of jump into the analysis. As I said, the trade I'm going to do is a 10-point trade. I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot's 11 pips. And generally, if it's less than 11, I'm not interested in taking it. And on a 1-hour chart, a trade's going to close within 1 to 3 hours. And the strategy here is basically to get all of the lines from the 3 different sections of the chart to be going in the same direction. So with that little primer, let's oops, why don't we get all of these stuff here and not our charts? There we go. Chart we're going to be trading off of is the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts and standard layout charts. And it is a composite chart. It is showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. I start my analysis in the middle, with the middle chart, which we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. I am looking for situations where the lines are overbought and pointing down like they are here, and we're going to run it through the channel, or oversold and pointing up, and again we're going to run it through the channel. So here we are overbought, or the majors are just reaching overbought. The minors are overbought and have started to turn, so nothing here. If I don't see anything here, I don't need to look at the rest of the chart. Euro USD, overbought. Everybody's coming down. I've got what I call the double cross. The red line is on top of the green line, and the black line is on top of the gray line, or crossed over the gray line. and the slope on the green line is more than 45 degrees. So I used to call it three things. I'm calling it four now because I do want this slope of the green line greater than 45 degrees. So this by itself is a good signal. We've got the two orange lines coming down. Then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines support the sell signal I see here. Each of these is measuring change at a different speed, with the thick orange being the fastest. The blue lines are inversely related, so when blue is going up, that means sell. So I've got 3 of the 4 here telling me sell. On the pressure, I am looking for the lines to either be going down or the red line to be on top, and the red line has crossed over. So I have 1 point here, 4 points here, 3 points here for 8 points. Now, I'm not going to take another trade because we've already got a Euro USD open. I don't want to double up on it. If there was more slope in this line, I might, but there's a little kink in the line where it's going from more steep to less steep. So I'm gonna wait for this to get us back to kind of break even on that other trade. In fact, when it does get to break even, I may close it. I'll reevaluate what we're looking at as we get closer to the entry point here. But right now, I don't want to add to what we've got open. I want to see if we can find kind of another trade. Pound USD overbought. Everybody's going down, but I don't have the double cross. The red line hasn't crossed over yet, so we're going to pass. Dollar Canadian dollar oversold. Minors have turned, but majors are still going down, so I don't have agreement. Dollar Swiss franc. We're in the middle of the channel. Generally, I don't take trades in the middle of the channel. And we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. USD yen. We're just reaching oversold and everybody's going down. So nothing there. I've cloned the chart and I've got now 6 pairs that are non-USD. Euro pound going down about 3/4 of the way through the channel. AUD yen, we're kind of in the middle of the channel and it's kind of been languishing there for a while, so we're going to pass. Euro Canadian dollar. This is a good signal. Overbought, everybody's coming down. Double cross, steepness of the slope is greater than 45 degrees. 2 orange lines coming down, supporting the sell signal. Dotted blue going up, supporting the sell signal. And I've got up pressure. And it's touching. It hasn't quite crossed, but it's touching. I'm going to see if we see something else before we take this, but this isn't bad. Normally what happens when I see this, I want to confirm it. Actually, let's confirm it real quick while we're here. So that was Euro AUD. Euro AUD. On the confirmation, what I'm looking for is I want the 2-hour chart to be overbought. So it just touched overbought and it's turned. I don't need it to have turned, but I do want it to be overbought. So this qualifies. On the 4-hour chart, I want the same thing. The minors hit overbought. Majors have kind of just missed and they've started to turn. The reason I want both of these overbought is if this signal weakens, we can pick it up. Off of the 2 or the 4 hour. Because if it's overbought or overbought here, eventually it's going to come down. The trade is just going to take longer to happen. Whereas if the majors are going up on the 2 hour but coming down on the 4 hour, they're disagreeing. So I don't know how much there's left in the move. Now here, interestingly enough, when we were looking at it a second ago, here this is already shot through the green line is touching the oversold line. On that other chart, it was just at the halfway mark. That's are we looking at the same thing here? Euro Canadian dollar. What do I got here? Oh, Euro Australian dollar. That's why it's off. Okay. I was going to say why the charts were different. That was throwing me off. All right, so this is up. It touched and it's turned. This didn't quite make it, the majors, but the minors did. So it's pretty similar. We'll come back to this. I want to see if there's anything else, and then we'll decide. But I'm okay with I'm okay on the confirmation that we're up to overbought and it's turned, and it's just about overbought and it's starting to turn. So that's okay. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. We don't have everybody going up. The minors here have started to turn. So we've got one of the minor lines, the gray minor line, coming down. Oh, the pound yen. Oh, when I looked at this before we came on, this was only halfway. Now it's kind of run its way through the channel. So we'll pass on it. I was thinking that this was a better option beforehand. This is too far down for me. Euro Australian dollar, green line. Everybody's going down, but the green line's too far down for me to consider it. Canadian dollar, yen reaching oversold. Euro New Zealand reaching oversold. Pound New Zealand reaching oversold. New Zealand yen reaching oversold. Wow, look at the steepness on this. Reaching overbought. Euro Swiss franc. Okay, so oversold, overbought, everybody's going down, double cross, and terrific steepness on the green line. So we've got all four here. Two orange lines coming down, supporting the sell signal. Two blue lines going up, supporting the sell signal. And here, oh, what happened to my pen? The red line is clearly crossed over. So we've got a sell on the euro CHF sell. Now we want to confirm it, so we'll open up the multiple time frame chart. Euro CHF. Overbought and coming down. Doesn't need to be coming down. I just want it overbought. Still going up. Hasn't quite reached overbought yet. I don't like that as much. Let's take a look and see what the trade might be worth. to do that, I'm going to open up a clean chart and with just the candles on it. So this was our trade from last night, and you can see we dropped our support and resistance in. Support and resistance are spots where the candles kind of naturally stop. And when we're trading on the 1 hour chart, we're going to trade within this channel. When we took the trade, this is how much we had up. This is how much we had down. And I think we might have went to here for the 12 pips. So we clearly got it, but look at how it's bouncing off of that line. Then it broke, came back, bounced on the line, and now is in this channel. And even on the downside, it bounced. So it stayed within this channel. So this trade requires us to figure out what the trade is worth. So I'm going to crunch the chart up a little bit so I can get more data points to figure out my support and resistance. If it's a pair that I trade regularly, I already have the support and resistance figured out. But if it's something I don't trade regularly, I have to draw it in. So I'm looking for spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. They stop in here. They stop in here. And on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 30 pips apart. So we're at 94.25 to 94.60. So that's 30 pips apart. You can see it's kind of stopped in here. It stopped in here. It stopped. Oops. It stopped in here. Now let's close it back up. And the trend seems to be we're trading into a buy trend. And we're looking for a sell trade. So when we're trading against the trend, I'm going to take less pips than I might if we're trading with the trend. So let's take a look and let's see how much room we have to each of these spots. So a sell trade, we're here, down to this line is here. It's 13 pips. You can see it up in the top left. And how many pips do we hit this line? 21 pips up. And then say to here, it's 8.5 pips. 8.5 pips. Let's save this. And I want to just go back and look at the signal one more time before we decide. All right, we're going to take a 9 pip sell. A 9 pip sell. So you can open up your simulator to take it, or if you're in MetaTrader 4, open up MetaTrader 4. So I don't have that chart open, Euro CHF. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. It's going to probably be down in this third group, Euro CHF. Euro, come on. Where is it? Euro. Why don't I see it here? Euro. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, USD CHF. Euro CHF right here. There we go. I don't like this chart, so I am going to drop the template in that I like the way to look at the charts. I'm going to go to we've got the chart. So then I'm just going to go to new order. My lot size is a function of how much is in the account. So 11,000. I'm going to move my decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.11. I'm going to round this 8 up. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. Since we have an open trade, I am just going to do the 1.11 market sell. It's already moving while we're doing this. Euro Swiss franc. I'm going to right click, go to modify. And I said 9 pips. I'm going to change it to 8 pips actually now, since it's moved a little bit while we've been talking. 8 pips is 80 points. I'm going to use a 3-to-1. So if I'm going for 8 pips, I'm going to use a 24 pip stop loss, which is 240 points. I click the little red button. It calculates the stop loss. Click the little blue button. It calculates the stop loss. Then I'm going to click modify. And I want to see where we're at. Okay, I like this. So we took a sell with a take profit of 0.94301. That's 0.94301. And a stop loss of 0.94622. Stop loss of 0.94622. I expect this to close within the next 3 hours. If you want to learn to trade, best way to do it is find somebody who is good at it and get them to teach you. We are very good at it. We have the tools. We have the background. You're working with experienced coaches, and we are so confident that once we've trained you, we're going to let you trade with our money and split what you make. So we provide the safety net and the accountability to help you be successful. As I said, this afternoon I'm going to be at the airport, so I will try to send out the overnight trade. There won't be a video with it. I'll just send you the numbers, and we will see you again tomorrow night. If you want more of this, Sean is going to be doing a session at 9:30. The link is included with the link that I sent here, and Sean uses a little scalping strategy. So if you want to see a different strategy, join Sean in just a little bit. Okay, gang, thanks very much. Have a terrific rest of your day. I really appreciate you spending your mornings with me. All right, bye-bye.